So I forgot to bring a spare SD card. And the point that you see my camera on the tripod, that's the minute I ran out of space on my SD card. This SD card I've been using whole year. I have a spare, but I left it in the car. It's not in my backpack. So you can see this beautiful shot I have lined up, and it's not gonna happen. But the tripod was nice, and this tripod does enough of a job for me. It's good enough. It does the trick. But I'm gonna go run to my car and get an SD card, and then I'm gonna run back up the mountain. Fortunately, I parked on the side that's easier to climb. The other side's real pain. And they never heard from him again. So on this trip, I was trying to test out learning how to use a tripod, monopod, and what I would use it for. I had just gotten one. I figured I'd get one because I wanted to get into wildlife photography. And at longer focal lengths, you need a steadier platform to shoot from. So that's why I got this. And if you're like me, you kind of overthink things when you're shopping, especially for photography gear. And I'm just here to tell you that tripod, monopod, you can cheap out on that part of your kit. This one has levels on the part that the camera that you're sitting on. And there's a level on the bottom part where the three legs are that the monopod slides into. And I'm pretty happy that I got one that's a monopod and tripod combo. If you can save weight on it, then do it. If you can go without having the monopod attachment, or you could just go with just a monopod. You know, it's not a big deal. And then the key factor for why I spent more on this one than I would have, I only spent $70 on it. I've seen the same thing basically, but lighter with better materials for over $1,000, and I'm really glad I went with this one. It says Magnus on it. I'm a big Skyrim fan. I put my camera on it. I can call it the Eye of Magnus. I like it. Makes me happier to hold it. And the use I've gotten out of it, you know, you're on it. That's one use I've gotten out of it. I've used it to get some long exposures. I don't do a lot of long exposures, but it's been there when I've needed it. Either at blue hour or late in the day when I don't have a fast lens on it, or when I want to get that nice, silky waterway, kind of waterfalls looking foggy look, or light trails on a road. The main thing that I've really enjoyed using it for is astrophotography, which you need this for. It's kind of a necessity. I've done it where I've put my camera on the pavement and just shot up. And that's not ideal, but it worked for, that, but it didn't give me a lot of options. Let's talk about the photos I got. So you'll see the last photo that I took on that SD card. It was a whole year, the whole first year of my photography experience ended. And that was the first week of January. I had started that SD card the first week of January year ago, but before that one. And I thought that was really cool. And I wanted to share that with you guys. The videos I've been using as B-roll, obviously, for this whole video. I'm not just going to show you guys my face. I don't really do that a lot on this channel, but maybe I will if this is well received. I like the little set I set up. All of the photos you're seeing in this video were taken with the monopod or the tripod as well as the monopod. I just wanted to see what I could get with it. It wasn't the best day for it. The light was really good, so I didn't need long exposures. A lot of them were photos I could have taken without the tripod, but they're photos I took with the tripod. I wanted to see how it impacted, and it definitely did. It had an impact on the angles I could get, had an impact on how I thought about framing, because it's another thing on the camera. If you're going to get it for that, it's not worth it. But if you're going to get it because you need to sit in front of the camera, or because you need to get long exposures, that's your use case. Don't get something expensive. You don't need it. This one is good enough. You can probably get one cheaper than this and it'll be fine, as long as it doesn't break your camera. That's the thing you need to think about. If it's steady, stable, make sure you take your camera strap off, which I don't always do, but it's a good habit. Remove your camera strap before you put it on there. That way nothing gets snagged on that and you don't lose your camera, because that's the thing that actually matters on that tripod. You know, that's what you got it for. All right. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.